Counting on Jason Duggar's wife Maddie pregnant before marriage? Counting on alum, Jason Duggar has been sharing his new life with Maddie Grace. The two tied the knot earlier this month in a stunning fall-themed mountain wedding in Tennessee. The majority of the Duggar family was in attendance for their big day. However, some fans are skeptical about their sudden wedding, creating rumors that Jason's wife may already be pregnant before their wedding. Keep reading to see why. Counting on. How's Jason Duggar today? Jason is starting to share more photos with his wife, Maddie Grace. The Counting on alum mostly uploads throwback photos from their wedding. It's unclear if they're already in Italy for their honeymoon. They've been awkwardly discreet regarding their whereabouts, making fans think the two may be hiding something. One of them is the possibility that Jason and Maddie Grace are already expecting a child. Jason's wife Maddie pregnant before marriage? Some Counting on fans online have been speculating that Jason and his wife are already expecting their first child. According to a post, they wonder how the family will explain the math when Maddie Grace gives birth to her first child. In addition to the pregnancy speculations, it should also be noted that Jason and Maddie Grace were supposed to tie the knot next year based on the hashtag of their engagement post that says #Spring2025. However, the two suddenly decided to get married, making a lot of people curious. Of course, maybe they just could not wait to start their new life together and bumped it up, but highly unlikely. Counting on. Jason Duggar already breaking rules with wife. Aside from the pregnancy rumors, some Reddit users reacted to Jason's recent IG stories with his wife. It seems that the two are already defying some of their beliefs as they watch the musical comedy film Mamma Mia. According to the poster, they thought it would be too much for their brains to handle. Others agreed and said the show is definitely something Jim Bob and Michelle would not approve to watch. The film is about a woman who has 3 possible fathers to her daughter. Her daughter is getting married and doesn't know who will walk her down the aisle. Many married couples from the family have already defied some of their strict core values. Some of them are Joy, Anna, and Austin. The two made headlines earlier this year after taking dance classes with John David and Abby. Duggar and Jill have also published books talking about the questionable teachings of the IBLP and how they were able to step away from their beliefs. The Duggar family has long been synonymous with conservative values, strict courtship rules, and closely monitored public images. But ever since the spotlight dimmed on Counting on following the show's cancellation, the younger generation of Duggars has begun to carve out more individual and occasionally surprising paths. One of the most recent shockwaves to hit the Duggar following community, the fast-paced romance of Jason Duggar and Maddie, and the rumors now swirling that Maddie might have been pregnant before their wedding. While the Duggars are no strangers to speculation, this one has fans reeling for several reasons, and it all begins with the unusual timing of the couple's wedding, social media activity, and a very subtle clue from Maddie herself. His sudden wedding raises eyebrows. Jason Duggar, the 12th child of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, announced his courtship with Maddie, full name Madison Lee, in early 2025. Fans were initially excited to see Jason, now in his mid-20s, finally take the plunge into a relationship, particularly since he had long flown under the radar compared to siblings like Duggar, Joy, Anna, or even Justin. However, the joy quickly turned to curiosity and even suspicion when the couple's courtship seemed to fast forward into an engagement within a matter of weeks. The wedding was equally sudden. Jason and Maddie tied the knot in what many described as a quiet Arkansas ceremony just 2 months after going public with their relationship. Unlike past Duggar weddings, which often featured extended family, TLC-style fanfare, and lots of promotional photos, Jason and Maddie's big day felt noticeably under the radar. Very few photos were shared. The couple even disabled comments on their posts. That choice alone set off alarms among die-hard fans and longtime Duggar watchers. Could the low-profile celebration have been an attempt to avoid extra scrutiny? Or was it simply a personal preference? Clue #1. The timeline doesn't add up. Fueling the pregnancy before marriage theory is a very specific clue, one that has been used in the past to raise eyebrows with other Duggar siblings. Just weeks after the wedding, Maddie appeared in a family group photo at a birthday party, wearing what fans swear is unmistakably a maternity dress. The dress, a flowing empire waist number with pleated fabric over the stomach area, isn't proof by itself. But in the ultra-modest Duggar fashion universe, such a silhouette often gets reserved for one reason only: hiding a bump. Add to that Maddie's noticeably fuller face and a carefully posed hand placement near her stomach, and the pregnancy theories began flying across Reddit and Duggar-themed Facebook groups. The cherry on top: the couple's quick wedding to pregnancy timeline. If Maddie ends up announcing a baby just 3 to 4 months after their wedding, many will do the math and wonder if the due date reveals a truth the couple tried to keep private. OS2. The vanishing Instagram story. Maddie briefly posted, and then swiftly deleted, an Instagram story showing what appeared to be an early sonogram photo on her fridge. The blurry image was quickly screenshotted by followers before it disappeared. While some argued it could belong to a friend or relative, others noticed a small sticky note beside it that simply read, Baby D. While it's possible Baby D was a nickname for a niece or nephew, many believe it was a subtle sign Maddie and Jason are expecting and trying to control the narrative before an official announcement. This wouldn't be the first time a Duggar couple scrambled to get ahead of a timeline scandal. Jill Duggar, the second daughter in the family, announced her pregnancy with Israel Dillard just a little too soon after her wedding in 2014, prompting similar speculation. What this would mean for Duggar family image: if Maddie is pregnant and the baby was conceived before her and Jason's wedding, the implications for the Duggar brand are significant. The Duggars have spent years, even decades, upholding the ideal of saving yourself for marriage. Jim Bob and Michelle raised their children in an environment that forbade dating in favor of courtship, limited physical contact to side hugs, and treated kissing before marriage as taboo. But Jason's generation may be quietly moving away from that strict ideology. His younger brother Justin married Claire Spivey at 18, and while no pregnancy scandal followed, fans noticed how quickly the wedding happened after engagement. Likewise, Jedediah Duggar and wife Katie welcomed their first child relatively soon after their wedding, again stirring mild speculation. If Jason and Maddie did indeed get pregnant before tying the knot, it wouldn't just be a personal choice. It would be a symbol of how the next generation of Duggars is reshaping the family narrative in private. Silence from the family speaks volumes. In typical Duggar fashion, no one in the family has directly addressed the rumors. Jim Bob and Michelle have not commented. Neither have Jason's more vocal siblings like Jessa or Joy Anna, both of whom have previously used social media to debunk rumors or defend family members. Interestingly, the usually camera-friendly family hasn't posted any big congratulations or baby hints about Jason and Maddie, even as other family events have been shared publicly. It feels like a deliberate media blackout, which some fans believe is an intentional attempt to keep the focus away from the timeline, at least for now. Some fans argue this silence is kinder, noting that it may simply reflect Jason and Maddie's desire to handle their lives privately and on their own terms. Others